Hey people, and welcome back to part 7. Okay, the footage you just seen was the bike still at the workshop. The exhaust is pretty much finished. The lads are just doing it as a fill-in job when they're not doing their other stuff, so we'll get it back when we get it back. Today though, I am looking at the speedo and some wiring. Thoughts I've had on this is I said from the very beginning that I was quite keen to reuse the old clocks. I think they look pretty cool, retro, but they're big, they're too big. So my thoughts is that I'm going to cut this up, see if I can do something with it. Initial thoughts were to cut a line down here, cut a line down here, and shift the two together, so we're essentially something like that. Now I know I'm going to lose these indicator lights, but I've got some thoughts on that. I don't believe the clock ever worked, so clock, I'm not fussed on that. The other thing I'm thinking of doing is cutting along this line here, so essentially getting rid of that. Essentially making the clock about that small. Something like that maybe. Now I'm also going to lose these indicators, but I have thoughts on those as well, so that's cool. So yeah, now if this doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. I can use some other clocks, just buy something off of eBay or something similar to this one. So yeah, I'll get the Dremel out, get a cutting blade on there, and we'll cut this. But first, I'll show you around the back here. One of these pins here had actually broken off. This one quite possibly fed the clock, which is why the clock wasn't working. This is all looking pretty old, and it had a rubber gasket around here, which has just perished basically, so I'm actually amazed that it looks so good in here. Now looking at these drawings on the speedo here, this little circuit board, I believe it takes the signal from the pickup on the back wheel to drive the speedo, but it also fires a signal back along here, and this is the flasher unit, so I think it possibly turns your indicators off if you leave your indicators on for too long. It possibly turns your indicators off, so I'll have to move that little circuit board there, but that shouldn't be too hard. And yeah, so I'm going to pull all this out. Ta-da. And get to this with the Dremel. Looks like an old set of driving goggles from the 80s. So yeah, that's the plan for today. And like I say, if we stuff it up and it doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so there's part one. Now we just need to compress it that way. Cool. Here goes nothing. Okay, so done a bit of cutting and grinding and what have you. So there's something along the lines of that. Okay, so that was tricky to say the least. There's still a fair bit of mucking around. I've just got it held together with some insulation tape just to see what the shape was going to be. You can see the size of that's the backing plate off the original one. So you can see how we've definitely shrunk it down in size. Yeah, still don't know if this is going to work out or not. Fair bit of gluing and getting things straight and araldite, fiberglass, who knows. Haven't got that far yet. But yeah. Okay, we have some glue in there now. I've just done some measurements and it's pretty symmetrical, which is good. Yeah, so reasonably happy. Ended up breaking the lens. I tried to get it out and yeah, so I'll get some either some perspex or some acrylic in the local hardware shop and cut a piece to fit in there. So yeah, well, I'll leave this part 7 at that for now. It's getting a bit long. Hopefully I'm not going to use the Dremel to cut this. I'm going to use a really fine hacksaw blade, I think, like a craft blade. I think that's probably the best way to go there. The Dremel kind of just bounces all over the place. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Out.